welcome back to the Buck Junkie Podcast. Man, it's been middle of the hunting season. We've been off for a little while, haven't we, guys?
Been off for a little while.
Yeah. It's been, how many weeks has it been since we've done one? Y'all remember?
Since the week before Christmas.
Week before.
Yeah, almost a month.
Last one. We've done a lot between now and then, it feels like.
Lots happened.
we got a special guest with us today, Mr. Darrin Ward. Darrin, how you doing, man?
Man, I'm good. Glad y'all had me.
Yeah. No, Darrin's a buddy of ours. Shoot, I guess you and Jamie kind of grew up together, didn't y'all?
Sixth or seventh grade, I guess.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
We've been pretty tight for a long time.
Yeah, when you hear us talking about going hunting on the island, or a buddy that's got a membership over in one of these big hunting clubs on the island on the Mississippi River, we're usually talking about Darrin. He's our guy that's kind of expert over in that Delta area that we know personally. I don't know if you call yourself an expert.
No,
You've been hunting there a long time.
I'm by far not no expert, but we have a good time over there. That's for sure.
That's what I think. That's Jamie's. It was your day today to pick what we're going to talk about. Is that what we're going to talk about?
Kind of just playing catch up. I mean, we've done everything from squirrel hunt, duck hunt, rabbit hunt, deer hunt, coyote hunt, everything since I guess before Christmas.
I definitely want to get into that squirrel hunt. So Darrin invited me and Jamie over. We got to go over and do it ain't squirrel hunting like I've ever done. No. It's one of the most fun times I've ever had.
Man, a lot of camaraderie over there. You know, we got the lunch in the back of the Rangers, and we just stop, build a fire sometimes, and cook lunch. And you know, Clay and them guys, they really take care of us and bring the food when they bring the dogs.
Heck
and,
yeah,
we
ate better than we.
You know, I never had potted deer meat before, but it wasn't bad.
That was a first for me. We're gonna get into all that today.
Yeah.
What else you got lined up?
So, just kind of recap. I mean, where we at on who's killed what and who shot what?
Man,
that's been slim too as far as deer.
Well, I got it toned down, man. I got me 2 bucks.
He got his and got out.
Got me a doe. I mean, I'm
He said he ain't mad at him no more.
No.
I'm kind of giving y'all the chance at them now. I've been playing Mark Roll and doing some cooking.
See, Mikey, you got a doe.
Yeah, I got a doe. Well, it was back
during
all
that 2
that
or
snow.
3? Is it 2 or 3 for you?
I've killed 2.
Will got one.
Will got him one.
Jay Craig came down last week, got a doe.
We had a buddy from Indiana, Jay Craig, builds them Outlaw Smokers for us. He came down and he shot a big doe.
Yeah, he shot a big doe. I think it was 108 what it weighed.
Yeah.
We thought it was bigger than that. We thought we were going to slip up and let him get the championship. But
how many? Do y'all know how many we have on the board? How many does?
I think we got 8 right now.
It ain't as many as last year.
Yeah, and the biggest one is 116, right?
116 is the biggest one.
Mikey's got that, don't you?
Yeah.
I think Jay could have beat it, but that 28 it took a few pounds off of the deer.
Pounds out.
Yeah, it was with no trouble tracking that one.
What did it weigh out at?
108, what it was.
So yeah, I mean we've done a little bit of doe killing, our bucks kind of disappeared for a little while after y'all were seeing a lot of bucks during the rut, and then it kind of petered out, and our bucks kind of disappeared. There was still a few hanging around, but it was the smaller ones, not all the big ones like y'all were seeing. Yeah. So
all the cameras have slowed down a ton.
Yeah,
it kind of picked up last week. But
one of the biggest things why our cameras slow down, you know, we've got a lot of them on food plots. We had that big snow come through, and them temperatures stayed down in single digits or double digits, you know, there for days, and it put a hurting to them.
It destroyed our food plots.
It took a toll on ours. Either, you know, we had some turnips that were still up, and then after that they were
man
out. That was it.
You don't
give them a little peek of turnips. So you want to talk about turnips? What about them turnips at South Trump?
You can't get near that field, Darrin.
Woo!
If the wind's right, oh man, it's the most rottenest thing.
Rank, huh?
If y'all, I know y'all. I think y'all been down there.
I haven't been down there yet.
It's
turnip
bad.
field, man. There's so many turnips. The deer are eating them like apples. Yeah, and they're still hitting them, but
they coming on up out of the top.
Yeah,
hauling them up.
I don't know how many. I don't know how many thousands of turnips are out there, but in another few weeks, whew, man, they're gonna call EPA or something on us.
No, Jay's like, man, you want to go hunt that big stand? I said, no. I said, I have no urge to go down there and hunt.
I sat up there on the golf cart the other night, just where you took Jay over. Yeah. I took me a nap, and then I just said I was going to get the old 350 and ride around, see if I saw anything coyote there at the end. And I couldn't take it long. I had to ease on back. I was glad y'all shot one. Yeah, I didn't see no coyote. But Jamie, you killed a coyote.
Yeah. Mikey put him in a good stride coming to me. And
how'd that work? Mikey shot at him.
Yeah, I was in a blind up on the fence line, and of course I'm still hunting with a shotgun because I said I was going to hunt all season with a shotgun. I'm going to stick to it. But anyways, so I got in this new blind that you and Mark had put out,
And you don't have much time there.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just pretty much just roads, like 4-wheeler trails that you're hunting. It's not any open area or nothing like that. And I would look to my right and I turn back and look to my left, which is not where I was expecting anything to come from because the wind was kind of blowing that way. And he come bebopping down the trail. And so when I got turned around, I was kind of in an awkward position trying to shoot at him, but I took a shot at him, and he hauled ass towards Jamie's field down there. And
he stopped and looked back, and he shouldn't have.
You shooting slugs or buckshot?
Slugs.
Man, that gun is bad.
Yeah.
100 yards, that you might as well put it on the ground. It's deadly.
Oh, he calls it the soul snatcher.
20 gauge?
No, it's 12.
Oh, he shot.
It's an 1187, but it's a slug gun.
That thing echoed like, I'm talking about it. It rattled the windows in my stand.
You know, when we were going to Iowa, it was a muzzleloader shotgun seasons only, and I always took a muzzleloader, but some of the guys, they would bring a slug gun, but they swore by the 20 gauges over the 12. You know, I don't know if they're more accurate, I guess.
I like 20 gauge. If you look at ballistics on them, I believe the 20 gauge is actually faster and it'll go a little bit further just because I guess it's not so heavy.
Right.
That was why Waylon bought that gun to go hunting in Illinois with it.
Really?
They had, a couple weeks there or a couple weekends where you can hunt with shotgun up there too, or muzzleloader.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely impressive for what shotguns were 30 years ago. It ain't no comparison.
Have you killed, are the two that you killed, the does, were those with shotgun?
Yeah, both of them with shotgun.
They didn't take a step, did they?
No, they didn't take a step. Well, that one that I shot, she ran just a little bit. She didn't go far, though. I don't know how she ran, but she toted it a little bit.
You must not hit that shoulder.
I went right in behind it. Yeah,
that's what Jay's did.
Yeah, you hit them behind it, they gonna run. I mean, that's what when we went the other day. Malcolm said if y'all shoot one, try to shoot it behind the shoulder so they can get the lab out there and let it track it for a little bit. Jay made a heck of a shot. It's about 175, 200, and hit it about 2 ribs back behind the shoulder, and she just run just right off the field. But Sadie done work though. She impressed me. That lab was on that deer.
So Sadie's your duck dog, but
yeah.
we kind of want to fool with a little bit, just see what she'd do on blood, and she's not been trained on blood. She's pretty impressive.
She proved us wrong for sure because where she went, I was like, that deer didn't go in there, but we backtracked it, and she was right on it from the moment she hit the ground. She was on that deer. She done good, real good.
She's trying to be a pretty good dog. She ain't a bad duck dog.
No, she's doing all right.
One or two things correct on her, but that's
it.
To
break.
Yeah,
but
I can't stand it.
But to her defense, when she breaks, if we done our part,
she's going to get
it would be a duck on water, but that didn't happen as often as it should. That's something that steel shot sucks. It's horrible. I don't understand how you shoot a duck and blow a pillow's worth of feathers out of it and it flies off.
We sure did that.
It goes down in the ditch that you don't see.
That's right. Yeah, it flies off 200 yards and falls dead, and you out it. But
man, we were talking about the geese having that disease or whatever. We had one this weekend. I walked up on it. It was walking around the woods just like a turkey, not near the water, in the ditch by itself, and you could walk right up to it, touch it. I didn't touch it. I bumped it with my boot, and it didn't run. It kind of wobbled off. Wasn't crippled. It could fly. Was not scared of nothing.
Where's Arkansas? Is it Arkansas or Missouri where they're saying that?
Arkansas's got it pretty bad right now, I think. But I've heard a couple people on the
Bird
Delta.
Flu?
I guess. I don't know what they're calling it. But they act just like, to me, like if you think how like a deer acts with chronic wasting, exactly how the goose act.
Yeah, earlier in the season, I seen stuff on the internet about that. They showed all those geese just dead, laying around water holes and stuff
Which
like
is bound to happen. I mean, you look how many geese are down there right now. There's that's definitely what you would call overpopulated, no doubt.
So we're
how many do you think, if you had to guess?
Oh,
hundreds of thousands?
In the billions.
Absolutely.
It's so many.
And that's just Tunica Delta. I mean, that's not counting anywhere else. And that big field's probably 30, 40 acres, and it's probably, it's probably 3/4% straight geese on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, it was 10,000 geese on that field.
It was easy.
It was a lot.
We watched them one morning. They got up out before we went and got in the blind. We kind of ran them off, and they sat down 400 yards from us.
When you hear them get up and they're almost a mile away, that's a bunch of geese.
Yeah.
Like it roars.
It's loud. Ducks are finally starting to come though.
Yeah, we finally got ducks down here.
We thought we put them cameras on the front of the blinds. Like, man, 100 photos a month, that'd be plenty. Man, we'll do 500 a night of ducks.
I don't know if anybody else
Every
do
time he picks his head up, puts it
forth.
down, it takes a picture of it.
People got to be doing that.
Yeah, other people
You seen people doing it?
Yeah, I seen a picture somewhere the other day on social media, and it was somebody had a camera up there, and it was it was a buck swimming. They got a buck swimming across the slough.
We caught one on ours
chasing a doe.
Chasing a doe.
Yeah, chasing a doe.
It was early season.
Yeah. I hadn't been a time.
We've seen a coyote across it when it froze. There was coyotes went across it when the water froze. Coons have went across it.
I hadn't seen the hog yet. I figured we'd get one before the year end. They walking them ditch banks for sure. Because when we went down there to get that goose, it was, man, that ditch bank's ate up. Man, them hogs been all up and down it.
That's what Miles has been killing down there, man. I think last time I talked to him, he killed nearly 100 hogs.
It's crazy.
This year, since the first of the year.
And they had 0 hogs on their property,
3 years ago?
2 years ago, probably.
So how many of y'all ate up with them over on the island?
We got them pretty thick. I probably seen them thicker, but we actually went hunting last week, and we killed 17, I think, in 2 days.
That's pretty strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the biggest one hit the lake and swam the lake. By the time we got there, it was coming out of the water on the other side of the lake, of the cutoff. And
dogs right behind it?
Well, we was able to call them back, because if not, it was
they would have
been a long day. They were gonna get on the neighbor's property.
Oh,
so we were able to call him back, and he got away. But he was a man. He was a
really
man. Yeah.
That stuff with the hogs.
I got a mount coming to one.
Yeah, we give shout out to our buddy Frank in Indiana. I don't know. You ain't seen the picture yet, have you?
Yeah, he said.
Well, you seen it. I'm talking about nobody else.
Yeah, no, hold on. I've got it on my phone right
This is unreal.
I can't show it on camera, but I'll show y'all.
It's a world record hog.
So man, with all that stuff talking about a couple of years ago, somebody killed a wild hog. I'd be heck yeah. If it's less than 100 pounds, I'll eat it.
Yeah.
Man, now they're talking about that stuff in the blood. I ain't touching one.
Oh, them freaking hookworms.
Yeah.
After I seen those few videos of them guys talking about them,
you actually die. People
beings
dying
dying.
from it.
It's like a heartworm you get.
Yeah, it starts out getting your lungs, heart, and then it spreads your brain.
That's what happened to that guy. He got him in his brain. He said he just
if you have a nick on you, an open wound, and the hog's infected with that, and the blood gets in it, it transfers to you. No cure.
It was like a bear.
Yeah. No, this is the hog, Darrin.
Yeah, that's a man there now.
That's the mount.
That has to be. Did you see it, Jamie?
Yeah, it's pretty large.
I mean, that jogger has to be 600 pounds.
Oh, 700, I think is what
so
it
was. I think it was killed in Michigan, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's
the mount.
That's not the same.
He's giving us the mount because it's too big to go in his house.
Yeah.
That's the mount. He ain't got room for it.
Right.
Good night.
Now, this is
that's gonna look good in the smokehouse.
Oh yeah, that is. Well, they put
Boar house.
Yeah.
So besides hunting on the island there, and also as a general contractor, he built. I guess he built your house, didn't he?
Built my house.
Yeah, he built the house down at camp, and then we're adding to the smoke. We're calling it the smokehouse.
Yeah, I tell everybody it's a pool house with no pool. But
Yeah.
it's really it's the smokehouse.
That's what it is. It's a smokehouse.
We put the plumbing in it this morning. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it the boar's nest. I needed me a big boar mount.
Well, we can get
I was hoping to kill one.
We can get you one of them.
Yeah,
it won't be that big.
I say it's hard to beat that one. That's the boss hog.
Yeah,
right there.
That's the hoss. I think the biggest one we killed the other day was probably over 200.
I need some skulls. We all get some skulls.
Yeah.
I don't want to cut the heads off though. How we gonna do that?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Gotta get a hazmat.
Mikey ain't messing with them.
Somebody don't mind messing with them. Man, so what about them guys that come hunt hogs? They don't worry about getting the blood on them at all.
You know, I go with them. I'm a guest. I kind of sit back.
No, it's one guy that comes.
They get after it. No, they gut them on the spot. They don't think nothing about it. They do it every day. So, they have a good time.
I don't know if there's been any cases in Mississippi, but when I first heard about it, it was over in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And then I had a buddy that was doing processing over there, and he said those guys will not touch hogs anymore. And it's not that the meat's bad; it's the blood.
Yeah.
If you got any kind of scrape or you nick yourself and you introduce that hog blood, you can get those worms in your blood, and there's no cure for it.
Good gracious.
Well, what's the guy? I can't think of he hunts with them.
Who's that?
Hog hunts. We went over there when I went with you last time. The younger guy that was like,
Petey.
Man, that dude. I don't think blood could kill that guy.
Oh, really?
I mean, he's a man. He's a man.
Bert said he's slowing down in his old age, but
is he old man?
No. He's probably my age. He might be a year or two younger.
Oh, he's young. He's like,
but he's
that's a tough guy.
He's tough. I tell you, the hog the other day that the bulldog missed, and he saw opportunity, and he slammed him and knocked him on the ground himself.
I mean, this guy, no lie,
really tackled the hog.
Yeah.
The time I went, I didn't know what to expect. First time hog hunting with dogs like that. I mean, time we ran to catch dogs, this guy had he done gutted it, had it on his shoulder walking out. I mean, this dude's bad.
Yeah.
They bayed the other day out in a lake that we duck hunt in. There's a duck blind out there, and they bayed out behind the buckbrush. You couldn't see the hogs and or the dogs or anything. You just hear them out there baying and water splashing, and well, they all go, and I'm the last one. I got a gimp leg. I got a hurt wheel down here. My right ankle's messed up and can't figure out why. But I'm limping through there, and Bert looks back, and I said, I don't see no reason in us all getting wet. He looks at me like pretty much you're a pansy, and said, well, you can holler us back. And I turned around. I went and got the ranger and come down there and hollered them back out where they could find their way back out. But they were all waist deep in that water and bayed that.
And brought the hog out.
They brought the hog out.
And finished hunting all day soaking wet.
They floated it out with the dogs and come on, and didn't go back to camp and dry off. We hunted the rest of the day.
They all
hunted
tougher
it dry.
than me.
Man, I'd have got the swamp ass,
Yeah.
and I wouldn't have been able to walk the next day.
That wouldn't be getting that monkey butt powder.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they probably were saying that. Damn,
Was it over hip boots, or
pansy.
they didn't even have?
No,
hip
they were
boots?
waist deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have sissied out too, but I hate to say it.
I told them I didn't care if they talked about me or not. I was gonna be dry.
I tell you what, we said, what day was that? Last Saturday, week ago, we went duck hunting.
Yeah.
You can't get no more wet than I got.
No, that was pretty bad.
I had more water in my waders than I'd waded in to get in the blind that morning.
Yeah.
We was in, I don't know, calf high water to get in the blind. It was in the blind a little bit, but it wasn't bad.
There was several inches of water inside the blind, and plus it started raining at 7, 8, and it rained 2 hours.
None of our stuff was waterproof. We all had on something different, and none of it was waterproof.
I mean, my waders, I didn't get wet in my waders. Now, the so-called waterproof coat I had on outside, it eventually soaked through the sleeves on it, and I was wet.
I dumped water out of mine when I took them off. It was just like sloshing. I was the idiot that tucked my coat into my waders. I was like, oh, it ain't going to be bad, had this,
Malcolm, you had on a camouflage funnel.
It was all it was. It was horrible.
I think all of us rode home in our waders, didn't we?
Yeah, every one of us, I think. No, I took mine off at the truck.
Well, I did. I took mine off.
I had to. I had no choice.
That's right.
I had to pour. If I wouldn't, it'd have had 20 gallons of water in my truck.
That's right. Because when we left,
I was down to my skibbies, and had my Crocs on. But luckily, it was 65 degrees. It was not. You could sit out there cold.
It said 65. By the time I got the truck, I was cold.
Yeah, you get wet like that, it'll chill you a little bit, even though it's that cold or that warm.
It was when we killed 4 ducks that day or 2.
I know we killed 2 right off the bat.
Yeah.
It might be all we killed. I can't remember. It might be all it was in 2.
Day.
So we're going to talk about the little incident you and Waylon had on the way back from that hunt.
I ain't heard this.
Yeah.
Well, so he got a Can-Am that's pretty much 14 foot long, and we had it packed on a 12-foot trailer.
Giving that trailer everything it could take.
Yeah. So I had to back it on to start with.
Couldn't close the gate.
So got the winch hooked around the gate, pulled the gate up tight, worked like a champ going there. Coming back, the gate vibrated over some kind of how it come off the hinges. So they're going through downtown Strayhorn, 50 miles an hour with the gate just flopping in the wind on asphalt, throwing up sparks.
How many grass fires y'all start?
Well,
probably.
Mikey's done jumped ahead of us.
Yeah. I went to the Dollar General to get some orange juice for the girls. They wanted mimosas at breakfast.
Yeah.
So I pull into the Dollar General. I tell Malcom and Waylon, I was like, don't pull in there in that trailer. Y'all, a little tight parking lot. I'll stop and get it. I get out at the Dollar General. And I'm walking. I get about halfway to the store, and I hear this god-awful racket.
Did you think a train done jumped the track down there?
That's what it sounded like. It
sounded
sounded like a damn train was running down the highway. And I was like, man, somebody is dragging the whole bumper on their car, or the front cap has done fell off. I'm just looking for sparks.
All the other people at the stores.
All the other people at the store done stopped, and they're sitting. We're going in, and they turn around. They start looking at the highway, and there's a line of trees there. And you could just hear this noise coming. All of a sudden, here comes Malcom and Waylon in that black truck, and that gate's just sliding around behind them on the highway.
I ain't checked up.
Look, no, they didn't check up.
I'm in there soaking wet. And I was like, y'all hear that? Y'all, what is that? And I was looking back. I was trying to look in the mirrors and see if the tire was low, if we done whatever. And my son's in the back. He's like, I don't hear nothing. And Waylon, he's like, hey.
Waylon can't hear or see.
He can't see or hear anything. And he's just driving hammered down coming through there. So we get a phone call after we pass the Dollar General. First thing Mikey says, y'all dragging the hell out of that gate. So everybody out here's watching.
Them people in front of that Dollar General was getting so tickled when y'all come by. They were laughing, and I like to die. I knew who it was, and I was like, I got to make this phone call. And all these people standing around me.
They know you know.
They know I know.
You're part of that group.
We about wore it out. It was hot. Now, when I went to pick it up, I just threw it up back in the truck, undid it.
I
That
bet
truck
it
was
was hot.
red. It was glowing red.
And wonder you start grass fire for 5 miles.
Oh, it had rained for 4 or 5
everything was
hours.
wet.
Yeah, it
So
wasn't
you think
no fire.
you do it once, you would learn from it. You wouldn't do it again. So we go duck hunting this week. They lost it again on the way to the duck hole.
Somebody need to do a little fabrication on that trailer.
No, we're going to buy a bigger trailer.
Yeah.
Come back, guess what? Lost it again.
We lost the daggone Momar stand somehow.
How did y'all lose that?
I have no idea.
It was on the bottom of the chairs. That was the first thing we loaded.
It couldn't have been.
I'm certain of it. Like, because it's twice the
Somebody
size.
had
of the
to
chair. It's
move.
big.
Yeah,
Somebody
had to have
moved
moved
it
it or
around
something.
getting something or putting
The only
something
thing
in
I
there.
could think of it was had to have been propped up and it slid off the side because it wouldn't have blowed over because it was on there backwards.
Yeah.
There wasn't no way. It was facing the wind.
So if anybody finds a camouflage
ordered it.
dog blind, please call us.
For Saturday, we get back. I was going to go out there and unload the Can-Am, get it out of the way so Malcolm could get his trailer unhooked, And I walk out there, go to unhook the strap. Strap's cut. Nothing's
yeah.
holding the Can-Am on the trailer.
Oh, good.
So I get in the
really?
Can-Am, go to
Yeah,
unload it.
Whoever strapped that green one on went over the rail last time.
I did.
So I'm looking at you. Me and Jamie went under.
Well,
the
it was
rail.
raining. The storm was coming, and everybody done got in the trucks, and me and Mark was the only ones, and I was
Oh, I
bent
was so
over, so
wet.
my back was getting
So
wet.
look, we didn't even have it. It was just in park.
It was
that was
in
the only
park.
thing keeping it on that trailer.
So I get to unload the Can-Am, and I pull off the ramp, and as soon as my front tires touch the ramp falls off again.
We
was
gave
like,
it hell all
"Dang,
weekend.
Yeah, yeah.
We was hard on part.
How many mimosas did y'all have?
A lot of fireball that weekend.
Yeah. Deer Camp had its first casualty.
Yeah.
Waylon did not survive Friday night.
Oh man, that was.
We had we had a big time last weekend.
Speaking of hogs, we did cook one.
Yeah, we cooked one. It wasn't a wild one.
No, it was a good hog though. Turned out real good.
Where'd y'all cook that at?
In the driveway at the camp.
At the camp?
Yeah.
Jay brought the new version hog cooker down from Indiana, and got
We
that.
cooked
Cooking 6.5 hours.
It was a 120-pound hog. And we cooked it 6.5 hours, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Which was record time.
And it was
Every bit of it,
it was
from
phenomenal.
snoot to toot, was.
Oh, seriously.
the only thing that did
edible
not
and
got
good.
ate was the nostrils.
So y'all
And I
ate,
even
was that
checked in.
Saturday?
That's Friday night.
I
So
pulled
y'all
all
ate good all weekend.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Oh yeah, we had freaking.
I'm still hurt. I ain't recovered yet. Like I feel like I went on like my 600-pound life and ate for weeks, like just large pizzas because I feel like death this week.
One morning we had sausage from that Como.
Yeah,
What's that
home place
Home place
pastries.
pastries.
That- that's
Then
what
we had fresh pintail that we killed.
Yeah.
Mikey fried it and it's like sauteed it, and we had hog jowl.
Hog
Yeah,
jowl,
hog
had heart
jowl.
attack gravy.
Yeah, and gravy and eggs.
Put the pulled pork in the gravy.
I took the hog and put it in the gravy,
Oh yeah.
and it was good.
Then the next morning we had
Fresh
gravy and
deer tenderloin.
inner tenderloin and gravy. We ate like champs. We had my housekeeper lady that cleans the house down there brought us 2 dozen tamales she made.
And they are fine.
They're pretty
There's some of
good.
them. I brought some of them in the fridge in here. You need to try them.
Yeah, I had a guy that used to work for me, and I'd give him deer meat every year, and
Yeah.
he would get some lady.
Oh, I'm
He
fixing to
would
work a
make
deal with Fabi see if she can make me some deer meat ones for real. Those were that good because I didn't know. I never had her tamales. Man, they were fine.
Can we just give her the grind?
No,
Probably.
No, she does it herself.
Oh no, she's gonna
Roast
cook it
style,
down
like-
for
oh,
the
okay.
Yeah, whole
She
shoulder.
stews it down.
Yeah, they cook it down.
and then
Yeah.
shreds it up.
I've
Okay.
never liked a chicken tamale. That was probably one of my top tamales of my life.
Yeah.
Was the one she made, and it was delicious.
That's the ones that's in there in the refrigerator. When you get out of here, go warm you up one for lunch.
Get one. There you go.
That was some little hot sauce on it and some saltine crackers.
Man, I love tamales.
Man, they're good. Then we had lamb sausage at one night.
Yeah, we bought lamb sausage, and I like lamb.
That sounds real skeptical.
But it's one of them things like you either like lamb or you hate it. So I bought I think 2 pounds of it, and it's like a link style bratwurst style sausage, and it wasn't nothing wrong with
There's
it.
some of it in there too.
It was real good.
Man,
I think I ate.
I've eaten lamb a couple of times. One time it was all right. One time it smelled like a freaking sour sock.
I'm not.
I mean, that's what it tastes like. It
You don't
was
like lamb?
bad.
I'm not a lamb fan. No.
Oh, this was fine.
It was
good.
real.
Now, lamb chops, heck yeah.
Them little T-bones so
Yeah.
good.
We had some more of that duck that we did those roll ups with.
And we don't be able to
for real.
store no ducks. We keep eating them as fast as we get them.
They're good, man.
Yeah, the duck roll-ups, we cooked those. We actually ate a what was the duck everybody says when no good?
Merganser. We ate a hooded Merganser.
We ate a hooded Merganser.
Well, so you used to hunt with a guy. He was from up north.
Hunting with a guy from
And he would eat anything.
He would eat anything. Snow geese, he'd eat any kind of goose. And he did not like Mergansers. We killed one day, and he grabbed it and throwed it, down in the ditch. And I got mad. It's like, "Well, you throwing my duck down in the ditch for?" He said, "Man, don't eat that thing. That thing's nasty." He said, "It tastes like a fish." I was like, "Really?" And he's like, "It's terrible." So we had to try it. We killed one. That was the first duck we killed.
I'm going to try everything we shoot.
So we actually cooked it up and tried it, and it was not bad. Now, it was stronger than the rest of them, but it was not so bad that you couldn't eat it.
I liked them. I thought it was all right.
I thought it was fine.
It's good grill, but I mean, once if you used to fry that down and then do like your onions and gravy, man, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference in that and a mallard.
Yeah.
I noticed that everybody likes the just plain ducks better than they do like rolling them, because we made a bunch of them peppers and cream cheese and rolled them up in bacon. And the regular duck we cooked, we just wrapped it up, a little bit of bacon, seasoned it real good, and put it on the grill. Everybody tore those up. There was none of those left.
Yeah. Even my wife loved it. She said she didn't know she liked duck so much.
I like duck.
It's got to be cooked right, though.
Yeah, as long as you don't overcook it. That's right.
Yep. So y'all eating squirrel?
No, we didn't. Not while we were there.
Really?
Yeah,
that was one thing I hate.
That'll probably be the next trip. Those guys went back this weekend, and they did just as well as we did on the first trip.
So we got to get into this squirrel hunting.
So it's in my mind, this is just me. These guys got prime whitetail deer hunting ground. And, And they will turn down that
country
160-inch deer for a squirrel. These guys live and breathe squirrel hunting in the wintertime. That's all they do.
Yeah, Clay, especially Clay. Clay's got a farm, and they've got really good deer hunting, and he could really care less about a deer.
We think of river hunting. We're looking at whitetails. He's looking at river hunting for squirrels.
He loves his squirrel dogs and the camaraderie of that, and that's what they look forward to do every year.
So when we talk about the island where we went hunting there, and explain to folks what Hardin Point is or what that land's like over there. What makes it special?
Well, anything on behind that levee to me is special. I say this all the time. I'd rather turkey hunting's my thing. You know that, and I've turkey hunted all across the country. It seems like, and I'd rather see those turkeys come strutting up through those yellow tops than anything. And but I just like that low. I just like those swamps and sloughs and cypress knees, and it's just special to me.
It is totally. When you enter them gates, it changes to the whole landscape. It's like a different world.
So that was the first time I'd ever been over there. And if anybody doesn't know what we're talking about, I guess we've got these oxbow lakes that are like old river chutes.
That's right.
That have kind of pinched off some of the land that used to be bank of the river, I guess.
Yeah.
But it created these islands. It's really more of a peninsula.
Yeah, we're not a true island. The river gets up to a certain stage, and it cuts us off when we have to boat in.
Then it is an island.
Then it is an island. But for the most part, and unless if the river's not being very angry, we can drive in most of the time. Spring, normally we're gonna have to boat in the spring.
But the roads are just like old field roads or logging roads that they've made.
But just one road in. It's not multiple.
That's right.
Yeah.
So
I was impressed with the trail system y'all have, though, because you can go over that whole island.
Yeah, we got a lot of roads, and now that road coming in this year, we did finally put some rock down and made it where it's not as bad. That road can be,
which is actually the old
river
bed,
really.
Mississippi River bed.
Well, I understand. Yeah, that was where the river used to run, and
which would have been Tunica cutoff now, I guess what they call it, where it would run through.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
correct. And like I said, we're Arkansas, but we're on the Mississippi side, So, a lot of people don't understand that.
See, that's what got me. You're in Arkansas.
I'll tell them, look, we're in Arkansas. We're not in Mississippi, but we're on the Mississippi side of it. So
you couldn't get to it in Arkansas unless you crossed the whole river.
The river, yeah.
So y'all go by Arkansas rules, Arkansas game warden, but a Mississippi license is valid.
Okay. Yeah, anything inside the Mississippi River levees, they can hunt with reciprocating hunting license, they call it.
So that's on both sides?
Both sides.
Yeah.
And I believe it's all the states,
Yeah. What all do y'all hunt over there besides turkey and squirrel?
Yeah, of course, deer and turkey is the main thing, but there's some duck hunting goes on over there. Our duck hunting's not great, but it's, we got some guys over. I talked to one this morning, duck hunting this morning, but the squirrel hunting and the rabbit hunting and the hog hunting, that's kind of picked up now because Arkansas, our season ended at the end of December there, and it's bow hunting still going on, archery season, but the guys are starting to pile in there now, squirrel hunt and rabbit hunt. We rabbit hunted last weekend, killed 28 in a day and a half. So
that's good.
That's a good rabbit day.
Yeah, we had a good day. Sure did.
We I like seeing those black squirrels. I'd never shot a black squirrel until we went over there.
Right.
That was cool. We just don't have them in the hills. Have y'all ever seen them?
I've never seen
Very few, yeah.
Most of them are down in the Delta.
Yeah. And I guess it's a hybrid or some kind of.
It's fox squirrel.
Yeah, fox squirrel that's got that gene that turns its jet black.
Yep, that's right.
I don't know. Squirrel hunting's my thing as a kid. But now, but over there, man, them squirrels are different. I'm talking about it would take, it was like 5 or 6 shots to kill a squirrel. But you got to consider all of them. What's some trees? You're shooting 50 foot, 60 foot up in the tree, and that squirrel's not playing around getting from tree to tree.
It's not, however. Like squirrel hunting to me was like you'd ease out in the woods, you'd sit down, you'd try to let things calm down. Squirrels would come out, you'd try to pick 1 or 2 off, whether you're using a shotgun or a 22, whatever. But it was we never really had a squirrel dog, or we didn't, go on these drives or tracks or whatever you want to call it that we were doing. But over here, you all gather up. Everybody's got side by sides.
Yeah, that's right. We had too many people, really. Yeah. I mean, that was the first trip of the year, so it was all more about the camaraderie and everybody catching up from the year. And but it was probably too many people there, but we had a big time.
About 15 or 16 side by sides?
I don't know. I know nobody could get a shot in from them 2 boys.
Oh, yeah. Two young boys. They were putting a hammer down.
Lane and Anderson, I don't know how many shells they shot, but I'm pretty sure their daddy had to go buy them some more when they got home.
I look back, and it was about, the best I could tell was probably 5 generations of people hunting over there.
Probably so.
Because just our decades represented. Because there were some older guys, there was guys our age.
Yeah, and there were some of them older guys that had been hunting over there. I've been in there almost 20 years, and those guys are, they talk about hunting it.
Yeah.
When they were young men, so they've been hunting there for years and years.
That was pretty cool seeing that. But man, the terrain there is it's like a jungle in some places. That's what was crazy.
Like this guy, so we're riding side by side down the roads. This guy's got his dogs, and he got them trained. They probably get, what do you think, maybe 100 yards away, about as far as they're going to get usually.
Maybe a little more, but yeah.
And they pretty much win the squirrel that's been across, and them dogs on the tree. He had, I don't know how many dogs he had total, but he'd let 2, 3 out at a time, rotate them out.
Yeah, 2 most of the time, letting out 2.
But it's pretty impressive. I've never hunted with a dog.
They actually called me day before yesterday, Jay did, and said, hey, we're going to go to Clarksdale, and they're going to go to another club behind the levee down there in Clarksdale, and invited me to go. I think I'm going to try to make that happen at least. They're going for 4 days. Yeah. I said, I can go for a day and a half, but I'm going to try to go Friday maybe and go with them
because these jerkers party hard as they do squirrel.
Yeah, I can't hang with them on the partying, shoot.
They get after what got me. Now. They had me hooked.
Yeah.
You pull up and it's okay to go ahead and pop a top.
Yeah, for breakfast.
For breakfast.
Yeah, I got a rule. I try not to have my first beer till 5 o'clock.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No,
I failed it. I failed.
Oh yeah. 10:30 a.m. It's time.
Yeah. But
before lunch, you're having beers.
Yeah. Oh man.
I made it. To 3. I think I made it to 3.
Some people don't actually jump out and shoot squirrels. Some of those guys just want to see the dog work. They want to be the ones kind of coordinating, and they let the younger guys jump out and shoot.
I didn't fire but 1 shot.
Yeah.
I used your gun.
You killed a squirrel, though.
Yeah, I didn't even shoot one, but that was the only one I shot.
Yeah.
But I just like to be there.
And,
for the camaraderie of it.
Well, you got some tree shakers. You got the guys that run out and shake the vines. And you got the ones that beat the trees with the sticks.
That's right.
Then you got the guys with the guns. Then you got the guys with the dogs. I mean, it's an ordeal. It's an operation.
You got the kids you got to outrun.
Then you got the kids you got to outrun.
I give up on that one after a minute.
That's right.
But no, it was there's definitely the first time I hunted with dogs, and definitely the first time we've ate like that squirrel hunting.
Oh man!
So we had a pellet grill, a gas grill, a griddle.
Well, you had to have a flat top somewhere out there.
He had a portable Blackstone. I don't know what you call it.
Yeah, like kind of like the one you got, Mark, the 17-inch.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. He had the little tabletop.
Like a burner, like campfire burner.
The campfire burner.
That's right.
He opened that canned deer up, and I don't know if y'all have ever seen canned deer.
Well, look,
when I first saw it, I was like,
I let everybody. I was one of the last ones to try it.
Me
When
too.
everybody said it was good, I said, "Well, I guess I can try it now."
It kind of looked like chunks of Pickles pig feet in a jar, kind
It
of.
reminded me if you'd have took like Alpo
That's
and
what
put
I
it
was saying. It like
in a
canned
jar.
dog food to me.
In chunks.
But all he did, if I'm remembering right, is to clean the meat up, cut it in cubes, put it in a jar,
Water and salt.
And then pressure cooked it. And so it's pretty much ready to eat then.
Oh,
After it comes out of the pressure cooker, it's already
it's
finished
good to
out.
go. Yeah, I don't think you don't have to age it, but it's just
Right.
once you do that, you process it. It's shelf stable, unrefrigerated for years.
And then he
Like
just
that
had
stuff,
the camp eye in a skillet and warmed it up. And it was
He
a
seasoned it, hit it with some barbecue sauce and some seasonings, and it kind of made its own little gravy in there. And it wasn't overly salty, overly seasoned.
No,
or
it's pretty
anything.
good, really. No,
It was tender like roast.
Yeah,
That was the best way to describe it. But
he was proud of it. Clay was proud of it.
Yeah.
Had about a 5-gallon bucket of chili cooking. We ate it 2 days, I
2
guess.
days, yeah.
We ate good on the.
Yeah,
And that was at lunch. That's
Yeah.
like you stop wherever you're at hunting. You ain't going back to camp. You're just going to pick a wide spot in the trail. Everybody pulls over. You start breaking out. They had little tables. They set up everything up and made a campsite right there.
It was a circus. It wasn't a campsite.
Yeah, it was a good time, that's for sure. And then when we got back at nighttime,
That's when it really
Man.
that's when we really ate good.
Yeah, man, yeah, we cooked beef tenderloin.
Had three beef tenderloins, smoked sausage.
So, yeah, had some of that
Yes.
Kaneka smoked sausage.
What else we do?
They had a pan of
They done shrimp.
green bean.
Yes,
Was it green
shrimp,
bean
green
casserole?
beans.
Shrimp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good time. And then the next night, y'all went home. We ate fish the next night.
Yeah, they cooked flathead.
We
didn't
had
they?
flathead and crappie the next night.
Did you stay for that?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Was it good?
Man, yeah. it was
They have
good.
enough fish.
Yeah.
I saw that bag. I was like, I don't know if he's got enough fish laid out.
I had never had nothing bad over there, I don't think.
Yeah. No, that's one thing. You get around a camp like that, there's going to be some cooks.
Yep.
That's what we do. We eat good the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
At our place.
That's what I eat better at deer camp than I ever eat at home.
So, back to the island deal. There's like no running water, no electricity unless you running a generator and you're on well. That's the only. That's
right.
service
We don't
that-
have power on our place. We all
Yeah.
have generators to run our cabins and stuff. And some people have a well. Some people catch their water.
Yeah.
You know, there's guys that they rig up a deal off their gutters and catch their water and pump it up to their house and do that. And they actually have better water than I have off the well, because anybody that hunts behind the levee knows that the water, unless you have a really, really deep well, then sometimes that's not guaranteed.
Still guaranteed.
No, but it's
Yeah.
but it's
I never
all right.
thought about that. It's probably got a lot of minerals and sulfur and all that stuff.
It will get sulfur if you don't run a water softener.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
iron.
A lot of iron,
Turn
yeah.
your stuff red. I have a water softener at my house, and it tremendously helps a lot. Most everybody's got a water softener to offset it a little bit, but it's still not. When you get home, you still rather have a shower at the
So how many acres are we talking there where y'all are?
It's roughly 10,400.
That's a lot of daggone hunting land right there.
Yeah.
But you got other clubs. It's not like the island's bigger than that.
well,
Some other people have some of that land, right?
we're pretty much everything. in
Hard
that-
point,
in
pretty
that
much
shape.
the island.
Oh, okay.
You know, in that deal, yeah.
Yeah.
Now the land we drive through, I don't know how many acres that is, but yeah. we connect to some more. You know.
It's more big clubs. And those clubs, they're like that all down the river. There's different ones from here to, I guess, Natchez, isn't it? Or
Man, I don't know. how
Vicksburg
far-
or somewhere down
yeah,
that way.
Yeah, probably so. Yeah.
They're spread
Both
out.
sides of the river.
Yeah, they're spread out down
That was what those guys, you talk about Clay and those other guys from Arkansas, they're big farmers. And he said once they get their crops in, all they do is run to these big clubs. They got buddies that, somebody knows somebody that let them squirrel hunt on.
Oh yeah,
or whatever.
that's who called me to go to Jimbo.
Yeah, yeah.
Jimbo's in another club down in Clarksdale, and that's what Jimbo. He was there this past weekend, and he said, "Look, I want you to come down there to my place this weekend." And I said, "Well, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do my."
So they're just
Darn
skipping
shot.
around.
Yeah, that's right.
Man, what do you think their wives say?
They probably glad to see him leave.
Glad to see them leave.
That's right. So,
I can't imagine. Just loading up your dogs, filling up your coolers, and grabbing your gun and shells and taking out and just hunting all hunting season, hunting squirrels.
they love
That's
it.
hardcore.
Yeah.
Yeah, they love it. And Art, his dog, I hate it. He's got the greatest dog, as far as temperament dog, and he's been working with it so hard to get it going. Freddie, I don't know.
Yeah,
Freddie.
the little white dog.
Yeah, and he was doing so good this year, and took the dog out the other day behind his house, and it pulled his back leg out of socket.
Oh man!
And just had to have salvage surgery on it. So he's hoping it's going. The vet said he's going to be 80%. So we'll have to see. But he's pretty much not going to be able to hunt him the rest of this world season.
Yeah,
so
dang.
He
might go into the stock program then.
I don't know.
Freddie,
well,
Freddie be the.
I think he's got him another one coming already. Another puppy coming. So
what do you think one of those squirrel dogs cost? A trained squirrel dog like that? Because there's no specific breed.
Man, I don't
They're
know.
just like little
I don't know what
dogs,
one of them costs, but I'm sure they're like anything else, depending on
how good
it is. I'm sure they're like a lab.
So you think they have big squirrel competitions?
Oh yeah,
yeah,
definitely, yeah.
That'd be interesting there.
Yep.
And start up a new hobby.
Squirrel Junkies.
Yeah, Squirrel Junkies. I definitely enjoyed it though. It was something different and a break from sitting in deer stand and just getting to watch dogs and
what a good thing about them too is not a whole lot of walking. I mean, most of the time we treed within 100 yards of the road.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of times you just jumped out and it was right there. I mean,
that's right.
Depending on where you were in the line.
we didn't make it into the wood, really. I mean, all we did was hunt the road edges. We never even got deep in the woods,
I mean, a couple of times we looked like kind of like a NASCAR race. If them two boys got behind, oh no, if it was opening the road, they were passing.
Man, they were drafting.
They were passing. You wasn't beating them two boys to the squirrel.
Them jokers would jump out of the side. They didn't have doors on theirs. They would jump out, and that thing would just coast to a stop. Them jokers were gone to the tree with the dog. I mean, I'd never seen nothing like it. They
probably
11 years old.
Yeah, 11, 12 years old probably, maybe.
Maybe I can't remember.
I think I asked them. I think it was in 5th grade. Both.
Yeah, they're good kids. I've known.
They can shoot. I mean,
the Anderson was I guess that's Billy Dunn's great nephew or something. But Lane's Caleb's boy. So I've been around him since he was a baby. He's a good kid, and I tell you, you don't want him shooting at you. He's a killer.
They pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Now, them jokers got to counting them squirrels and arranging them and everything. I got tickled at them. They was having the best time, man.
Yeah.
What, 50-something squirrels in pretty much a day and a half, 2 days?
It was 54 or something like that.
Yeah. And
we only hunted half of it, I guess.
I think they ended up total for that trip was over 80.
Yeah.
They hunted the next day.
Another day.
And that's kind of like the whole goose thing. People don't squirrel hunt now. I mean, like I said, when I was 11, 12, 13, that's what we did. But now, you don't hardly hear. I mean, it's not like it's a.
That's all Daddy wanted to do. I mean, I guess we would shoot a deer. We kind of had to shoot a deer, at least one, and then once we got those deer taken care of, that was it. We small game hunted. It was squirrels and rabbits and all that stuff like that, and that's what he liked doing.
But I still say,
dogs run.
I mean, I'm almost 50 now, but when I was a kid, October, I never knew what a wool in a squirrel was. So I was older, and Daddy, if we had wool in it, Daddy would never dress it. And I don't know if they're that bad or what the deal is.
It looked funky.
Yeah.
It's like worm.
It's a big old nasty gray worm that get up under the skin, and it's a big old nasty pussy hole in it.
So one of them flies?
Yeah, it's from flies. I think what it's
lays
from.
eggs.
Yeah. And they say it don't affect the meat, but Daddy was like, no, we're not going
to hunt until after the frost anyway.
Yeah, but like I said, when I was a kid, though, the frost was already here by October. It was colder.
See, my brother and them go down, they go, is it Greenville? They go somewhere down there hunting.
Mount Mason.
They don't have them. They'll go in October and they'll kill every squirrel they kill will not have a wool in it.
Really?
And it'll be. I mean, he showed me where they've been out there in shorts hunting.
Yeah.
Do the rabbits get them too? You got to find them in rabbit?
Yeah, rabbits will. I
guess I've ever found one, but I ain't never really squirrel hunted early though.
Yeah, I usually don't hunt.
Now it'll be a big old knot on,
most time the hair's gone where it's at. A lot of times
you don't find it in all of them, just some.
Yeah. I mean, I have been squirrel hunting, and the squirrels, you've seen it up in the tree. I hunting with 22 and scope. You could see it on it, so I wouldn't even shoot the thing. You could see it before I shot it.
Put him out of his misery.
I don't. I guess the frost kills them.
That's what they always say.
The
frost
and come out.
They might be trying to get up out there, and
they usually leave the animal after a frost. I don't know. I guess it gets cold enough that they don't want to be there no more. And
pustule bust.
Yeah, then they heal up.
Well, some of those ducks we cleaned had that rice breast.
Yeah,
I noticed that. Have you seen that before, Mark?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. It's pretty regular down in Delta.
Do you eat them?
As long as the meat ain't ate up with it, it's all right. I mean, you've seen it under like the hide, but like I've had them to where when you cut the breast in half, like it's deep in the muscle.
Like
what now?
In the middle.
Looks like little pieces of rice in it. I guess it's some kind of
Bacteria.
what it is. Do you?
I mean, it's.
I just heard it called rice bread. It looks like
I
pieces
don't really
of
know
rice.
what causes
meat.
it. It's a bacteria though, but it looks like kind of looks like a bunch of little maggots. Really, what it looks like.
Yeah,
They didn't move, and you couldn't tell they were in there once you cooked it. We ate it.
we ate it.
I can't believe you ate it.
Something happened to me and Malcolm. That's what it was.
Yeah, the rice breast got us. Oh man, I'm eating some ducks now. I'm a fan.
That's when they do some duck gumbo or duck jambalaya.
Yeah,
And Mark did it last year.
Duck
Man.
and deer gumbo's hard
That
to beat.
sound good.
I have to get down there and get some more.
I want to do some of them squirrels. Squirrels and dumplings or squirrels and gravy.
Brunswick stew.
There you go. That's what we were wanting to make, a completely wild Brunswick stew. Rabbit, squirrel, deer,
We about
duck.
got it.
Well, I want to eat some of it because I ain't never had anything y'all made that was bad.
We
Oh,
got
okay.
that.
Yeah, the eating part we got down pat.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
got the eating part.
Yeah.
Cooking and eating, I got it.
The killing sometimes not so much. I'm gonna starve to death. I still ain't killed a deer yet this year.
It ain't for lack of seeing them.
Yeah,
No,
that's
ain't
on
pulling no
you. That
trigger.
ain't on nothing else.
Well,
That's
now-
on you.
My wife, we've been together since '97. Married since '97. I guess the other day, probably the first or second time she sat in a deer stand with me. We actually seen, but nothing come. Everything, like I say, nothing was in the food plot. Everything was in the woods eating acorns. I mean, you couldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, not saying I probably would have shot a doe, but you couldn't have if you wanted to.
I started to text her the other day when y'all was hunting. Just tell Jamie if he don't kill a deer.
I'm cut off. I'm cut off. I'm cut off.
Cut off.
Yeah.
You ain't getting up here and not killing a deer, Jamie.
Well, at least she went with you. You know, I bought a big old blind last year, box stand for mine, so she thought she might want to go. And that's 2 years ago. She ain't sat in it yet.
Really?
You ain't complaining because you sitting in that blind with the heater on.
I don't sit in it a whole lot. I'm
No
still-
lie.
I'm more of a lock-on guy, but I will get in one if it's raining. I don't like to get wet anymore.
We pulled up there, walked upstairs, got in it. She's like, "This ain't hunting." I was like, "What?" She said, "Y'all got 2 office chairs, a heater." I mean, she said, "This ain't hunting."
Room for all the snacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she actually enjoyed it. We seen some deer. She enjoyed
You
it.
do see deer in them. My theory is the more comfortable you are, the longer you can sit, the more deer you're going to see.
Yeah.
Because you can sit in them stands. You can stay in them all day. It ain't
We was there till 11, and I wasn't wanting to get out. We was still.
You
seeing
don't even
deer,
realize.
but,
You get
yeah.
out there daylight, before you know it, it's noon. And it's like, man, if I have me a little lunch, I could probably sit till dark.
Yeah, there were several days I packed my backpack, had a sandwich and stuff like that. I'd go
Honey
out there
bun
and sit till
vintage
2
and
o'clock in
that.
the afternoon.
That's where I shot.
It
my
wasn't
buck.
hard.
I sat there. I got to stand. It was one of them later morning ones. I didn't get down there, but it was about 10:30, I guess. And I sat till dark. And I've been there and seen deer. I think that makes it easier too, though.
No,
Yeah,
If you
if
see
you
a
wasn't
deer
seeing
or
nothing, you
something,
probably get
yeah,
on down.
yeah.
But
I think the thing I still can't. I don't hunt mine very often. Really, I got it, and I hunt if it's raining or something like that, or really really cold. But I still like to hear. I can't hear anything
yeah, you can't
when
hear
I,
out
you know.
of it.
I still like to be latched onto that tree where I can hear the leaves rustling, hear a grunt and all that. That's
Yeah.
the problem I have
And
with them.
I do feel like I'm more with the woods, in the woods, whatever you want to call it. When I'm in my climbing stand, I do a box stand, but box stand is nice.
Oh, you go hunt that ground blind, and that deer comes out about 5 foot from you.
Eye
You
level.
with it.
Oh yeah,
Eye level.
yep. The only deer I killed this year, I killed out of that blind though, out of that box
Oh, really?
stand. Yeah, it was
Nice.
and it was raining.
I can tell you that ground blind with that new chair in it, it's
It's
other than you not being up in the air, you're pretty much in a
you secluded.
stand. I mean, you put the
Them
heater.
turkeys were so close, I could hear them breathing. One of them had a cold. I mean, they was right there.
What was that?
Turkeys.
What, turkeys?
Turkeys. Now you speaking my language.
Yeah.
there.
We ain't got none down
We
there.
got
I ain't seen
zero.
a single
Yeah.
turkey this year.
I do have a theory. The reason why the deer are just vacuuming up the rest of the acorns, they are trying to beat those turkeys.
They gotta be.
Because we saw, I don't know how many.
It was a bunch. They ruined my
How many
whole-
long beards did you see in that one video? You can
Two.
round down if you want to make it sound as bad as it was.
We were down in South Mississippi hunting, and there's
Yeah.
about 23. I ain't seen none around the house.
Yeah, yeah. Keep that to yourself. Don't tell nobody that.
Yeah.
We got one down there. I think it's a hen with a beard.
No, I
Yeah.
done seen her. I done
Yeah.
filmed her.
Yeah. Have you seen that before?
Oh, yeah.
I
With a
filmed
long
it the other
beard.
day.
Yeah,
I mean,
uh-huh.
yeah.
They're normally not real big around.
Yeah, yeah.
They say all
they're not normally that thick.
Yeah,
they're normally
all her young will have 2 beards.
So a Jake will have
double beard.
Double
Really?
beard.
I never seen a double beard turkey.
a Jake will have feathers up his back or neck further than what a gobbler will too, though, won't they?
Yeah, up until they get a little older.
Yeah,
when they're young.
Them the other day.
This is a 8 or 10 inch beard on a hen.
Yeah. No, these other day was just I seen 2 and they was maybe 1-inch long, 2-inch long beards.
Those are just Jakes. Yeah, they're still with the hens.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one, I mean, she don't look no different than other hens. I mean, the same color. And
she's
actually got a funny color to her.
She's a big hen though. She's pretty big.
Yeah, she's as big as other. She's with all the hens. There ain't another gobbler in that group with them, and you'll look out there and she'll be feeding. You'll see something swinging around. You barely can see it.
Yeah, I done
a little thin
gears.
beard hanging off of it.
Have you?
I done switched gears. My brain's already done flipped to turkeys. I done got over the beard for the year.
So I did shoot that coyote, and I just left it out in the field while I was hunting, and it was probably 25, 30 turkeys come out. You know, they come all the way up within probably 5 foot of that dead coyote. And I don't know what they was talking to each other, saying something like calling the rest of them over there. Before it was over with, almost every one of them come.
Oh, they were like,
and looked at that coyote. But Mikey said that's when the coyote come by him. The turkeys were coming off the roost that morning. That coyote was trying to get around to them turkeys when he shot at it.
That's what he was doing when I shot at him.
It was funny you say that. I was in Florida last year killing Osceola, and I think it was 11 Jakes and a couple hens out there, and a coyote come tipping up through there, and those Jakes, I ain't never seen nothing like it. They surrounded that coyote. I'm talking about made a circle around him, and he finally got kind of timid, and he left on out of there. But I was like, man, I cannot believe this.
I mean, I never would. I mean, I thought. I mean, if a turkey could smell, it ain't no way they would have done it. But I don't know if they just seen. I mean, them hens walked up. Whatever she was cackling and saying, she called the rest of them over there, and I never seen them get around a coyote like that. But it's pretty neat.
She was giving him a class.
That's right. Yeah.
Stay away from this thing.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
The one I shot was trying to get turkey. He was running right along the deco edge.
The one I shot over there in Plantation the same way. He was out there in the edge of the field watching the turkeys.
We put the hammer on. It's
good to get rid of them.
It is.
4 or 5.
We ain't done yet.
5 coyotes out of that one stand this year.
Yeah.
So just since hunting season.
I tell you what else is hard on them is the coons. Y'all work on them? Y'all trap them?
We try.
No, we need. I mean,
we
pretty much try to shoot
possums.
Yeah,
armadillos.
That's our jam. We can kill some possums and armadillos.
I started putting out those dog-proof traps. You know,
arm traps.
Yeah,
those are the best ones to catch.
And we put them out every year. We feed protein during the off season and stuff for the deer, and those coons will come to those protein feeders. So I'll go around those protein feeders and put those dog-proof traps out and put a little cat food and a marshmallow in there. And just about I'm 50-50. You know, if you put out 20 traps, you about gonna have 10 coons. But I think we were putting out 12, but we'd have 5 to 6 coons just about every day we'd run them. But they were already coming, you know, around that protein feeder. So
you could get a truckload of coons from down there probably. It's a bunch of coons.
We don't see them now because there's no feed, so you don't like.
That's right.
But I've seen like several like on Heartbreak and Crossroads. Families.
Yeah, nice.
A mama coon, 3 or 4 little ones right behind her. I've seen that a couple times this year.
They're hard on a turkey nest.
Yeah, Border Patrol. I've seen that mama coon with 2 babies. Yeah.
We had to get some arm traps.
That a Willie. 1 to 2 get Willie down there.
They're actually pretty fun to run too. You know, gives you something to do in the off season.
Yeah.
I've only trapped probably. I was a kid. I went with Uncle Jimmy. It's been a long time ago, though.
Well, I had that business. That's what I used those dog-proof ones because I was doing it in town.
Yeah.
Man, you put a wad of Jiffy peanut butter down in the bottom of them things, and they can't stand it.
Oh, yeah.
They'd be on there the night. Like Darrin said, if you put out 4, there was 2 the next morning.
What makes them dog-proof? I ain't figured that out yet.
It's a round cylinder.
Is that the one we buried? You stick it down?
No, it's like a piece of pipe, probably 5 or 6 inch long piece of pipe. What it looks like pipe anyway.
It's not triggered by pushing down. It's triggered by pulling up. So when the coon sticks his hand down in there, it's a little.
It's too
looks
small
like a washer.
for a dog probably to get their foot in.
When
there.
he reaches to get the bait, you give him enough bait just to entice him down in there, and then he gets down further, and that thing's in the way, and he grabs it, tries to pull it out of the way, and it grabs him.
And a coon won't let go of it neither.
Mm.
I mean,
does it? If it let go, would it get out, or does it close?
Some
it's a piece of wire that catches him. By the upper arm.
Yeah, so it don't kill them.
No. You can let them go if you wanted to. Like I've had to put them in dog kennels. drop them in there. Get the trap off their arm and drop them in there and just
camera release them somewhere else.
relocate them.
Yeah.
I've done that before. They are not happy when you do that. Like, we called them just them old Tractor Supply cage with a honey bun. Them jerks love it, but man,
they're mean, ain't they?
They are mean as hell. Like, we had a dog kennel. We turned that thing upside down, and somebody run the door on it. And somebody shake the coon out. We had 5 or 6 in there one night, man. You thought we'd have had a daggum tornado in that thing. And we turned them loose, man. Them jerks went everywhere. My dad didn't have the heart to kill them. He just wanted to go let them go. So, all right, we're gonna catch them.
Well, they're definitely good to get off your property for the turkeys for sure.
Oh, they'll wipe out some nests.
Well, they must not have been many because we've got so many turkeys. It ain't no joke.
I think there's way more coons behind the house than it is over on the other place.
I think so.
Probably so. Yeah.
I've seen more on cameras over there crossing plots.
It's one that's big as a dog right there at Waylon stand. It's on camera every night.
Get him.
We got to get some.
Yeah, because we got some pretty good nesting ground over there on that 50 acres. We'll get them. We can start setting them at night.
I want to do a coon catching contest.
Yeah.
Everybody gets one trap, and you go where you want.
You can order them arm traps off the internet or Sports Warehouse.
They did have them.
I don't know if they still have them or not.
I change up deer camp menu to barbecue coon.
Hey, have y'all had that before?
Yeah,
I've had it one time and it was really good.
It's not bad.
Kind of like everything else, wild game. It kind of depends on how it's cooked.
Coon smoker.
That'd be a little bitty one there.
A patio, you could probably get a dozen coons.
Oh, that hog cooker, we get plenty.
Well, I guess that's about it, isn't it?
Yeah,
we done covered what all we ate at deer camp.
That's right. The only thing me and Mikey will talk about it next time. We got to making something.
No, go ahead and bring this one up. You want to? It was pretty good.
It's good. Yeah, it's real good. We ain't got time to get into the full blown recipe. We'll do that next week. But we started working on our sausage making. Darrin, we didn't let you. Did I bring any down there? I don't think I.
No, we didn't have it.
I don't think so. I'll take a stick when I leave.
I ain't got any here. I have to bring you one.
It's better than any I've ever had.
Yeah, for our first go at just experiment with it.
Wasn't bad.
We've got some more fat ready to go, and we got some more deer already cut up. All we got to do is get it mixed up and ground and stuffed and smoked. So that's coming. But we'll get into more details on how we're making sausages next time. Mark, is there anything you got?
No, man. Y'all just check us out. Make sure to check out buckjunkie.com. Check out the hats, the hoodies. We got some beanies on there.
Shirts.
Get some of them swag and look good out there. But y'all make sure to listen to the podcast on all the platforms. Y'all got any questions, shoot us a message, and we'll be glad to help you.
Yeah, Mr. Darrin, we appreciate you stopping in here with us, man.
Man, I thank y'all for having me. I really enjoyed it.
We're bribing you up for another hunt.
We're trying to.
Yeah, I hope we can get another one. Yeah, I hope we can get another one of them scheduled. I'll have to hear. I told Jay, I told Jay he might come do this thing, but it was too short a notice to get him here.
Oh yeah, we'll have to get him.
That'd be a live.
Want to talk, man.
That'd be a lively one.
Oh, he'd be
talk
a good time,
spaceships, aliens, and all kinds of stuff with Jay.
That's right.
Bigfoot, squirrels,
conspiracy. Yeah,
he covers it all.
That's right.
All right. Well, we appreciate everybody hanging in there with us, and we'll be back next week for another edition of the Buck Junkie Podcast. We gone.